All right, happy Wednesday night, everybody. Welcome to No Sports Wednesday here at TheRaiderland.com. We apologize for no post on the website this morning. Usually we do overrated, underrated, rated right Wednesday. Hey, we've got a few things going on, taking care of my mom, and we're getting her out of the hospital. Actually, she's out. She's to a rehab facility after the broken hip. So we're rocking, we're rolling. But yeah, the days have been a little weird, so we're just glad we're here tonight with you in the Arctic Air Studios. And hopefully your air was Arctic today. It got hot. It was humid. That's stress on a air conditioning unit. If it wasn't working out good, you need to call the bear. Call my man Shane, veteran owned and operated, United States Marines. Give them a holler. Also brought to you by the Reserve, a culinary tavern on 103rd and Quaker. If you loved Old Nick Sports Bar and Grill, you'll love the Reserve. It's a restaurant. It's not a sports bar, and the menu is fantastic. They got great brunch Saturday and Sunday. The drinks are very cool, very hip, all those things that you would expect. So go check them out this weekend, this week. Uh-oh, we're about to have a guest. This could get weird. Come on in. Come on. There we go. All right. Say hi to everybody. That's Finch right there. Now get out. All right. Go on. Yeah, you're good. You knew I was doing this. We do this every day. Okay, you're going to sit in my lap. All right, that's fine. So, yeah, No Sports Wednesday. Check out the Reserve and, of course, McAlpin Chiropractic. If your back is out of whack, don't call it quack. Call Kevin Mack. Certainly not his slogan. That would be weird. I don't think they would ever approve that. Now, what? What do you want? You can sit there. I can't talk to you right now. I got to talk to these folks. All right? Okay, Finch? Two cats. This is the only one that wants to be on. All right? You're going to fall, by the way. You're not going to be able to sit there. I mean, you're going to fall down. Might as well get in your bed. Go. Get in your little bed. Toddlers. So hard to deal with. Boot City provides all the Western wear. They have got not just boots, but it's time for you to get a new hat. Fall is almost upon us. Start looking at it right now. And all the communication, whether you're on Facebook like Craig, the Talking Box is on, whether you're on YouTube or whether you are on Twitter, we get to hear from you thanks to United Supermarkets and Market Street. My wife stopped at Market Street yesterday. Got the chicken tenders. Ooh, got some gravy. Didn't stop there. Went on to the mashed potatoes. I didn't even see it until later. She had a thing of macaroni and cheese. Hopefully, I saved enough and hid it from the boy that I can have some more tonight. I ate my weight in chicken tenders last night. So when you guys are really busy, Market Street's going to take care of you. It's easy to do, guys. Dude, seriously, come on, Finch. Anybody tried to do a broadcast with a cat in your lap? Collier has never done that, I bet. But he's never done it. We're going to try to do it tonight, I guess, as long as he wants to hang out. The talking box is on. So X comments work or no? Well, Jacob, sure looks like it's working right now. Sure looks like we've got Twitter on here. We've got Facebook on here. Now it's time for our YouTube followers to get in, thanks to United Supermarkets. All right, No Sports Wednesday. What do you want to talk about? I will go as long as you guys are firing good questions, comments, topics, or otherwise. We can talk about music. We can talk about politics. We can talk about books. We can talk about food. We can talk about your favorite place to fish. We can talk about anything you want to. But tonight, because it is the allegedly slowest sports night of the year here in the United States of America, hoorah, no sports on a Wednesday. So where do you want to go? What do you want to talk about tonight? This is where you guys, and I know we've got a lot of folks online, and thanks to United Supermarkets, you guys comment away. You can fire your comments, your questions, your thoughts, whatever. What do we want to do? We talk about your favorite movies, your favorite summertime movies, movies you think everybody should watch, music, top albums, top songs. Ask me, I'll answer. And I'm not afraid to talk politics at all. And if it makes anybody mad, that's fine. You can get mad in the same pants you woke up in and get happy in them later on tonight. Thank you, Finch. I appreciate you getting off my lap. I'm talking about a cat. Good Lord, I'm not part of the Lincoln Project. What? Saw an ad for 6282 Music Fest. Is it worth the drive from Abernathy? Should lawn chairs be brought? Yeah, bring chairs, bring coolers, bring everything. It is a young lineup this year. Last year was the Maines Brothers headliners, and it was really rocking. It was really good. Previous years, you had some established artists. This year, it is a very young up and comer, kind of designed for the younger crowd, Craig. So, you've probably seen the lineup, but yeah, bring everything you need: shade, seats, ice, cooler, beverages. And then when you go home, keep yourself safe, be right, because Johnny Law is out in force on the Brownfield Highway and on 41 for those folks making their way out. That is my public service announcement for the 6282 Music Fest here in well, I'm not in Roseville, but right outside. I'm outside, right there in Roseville, coming up on August 17th, I believe. CJ, I watched the All-Star game last night. It wasn't a bad game, entertaining at least. What part of No Sports Wednesday do you not understand, CJ? I will not comment on that. I'll read it. I will not comment on it. We're not talking sports tonight. Now, if you want to talk uniforms, we can talk uniforms. If you want to talk anything else like that, we could do that. If you want to talk about what you were eating while you were watching the game, we will not talk about the game. And as I said, we've got, a lot of folks on the line. I will go as long as you guys keep firing away questions, comments, thoughts, or otherwise. So I know for some of you might be new to this. When we do No Sports, figure any day of the week, it's literally no sports. Now we might be on a tangent on a sports thing, like I said, we can talk about the wretched, awful uniforms, which are not uniforms, they're costumes. They're baseball playing costumes that it looked to me like somebody in 1986 or 87 at Nintendo Corporation in Japan said, what if we made the uniforms look like this? And somebody kicked it back to him and said, no American would ever believe a baseball player would wear those uniforms. Give me something else. That's what it looked like. That's what the uniforms, they were, I knew that we've hated them for years because the players should wear their team's uniform at the All-Star game, because I tune in to watch my guy. That's why I tune in as a baseball fan. I don't tune in to watch the logo. See, baseball thinks they're like the NFL. The NFL, the logo, the shield. You hear them talking about the shield. The shield is everything in the NFL. That's why players can't take their helmets off on the field, by the way, back in the Emmitt Smith days, because they wanted it to be about the star in the shield and not Emmitt Smith's face. Emmitt Smith gets his face out there, he can make money. They don't want him to make money. They want the star in the shield to make money. There you go. Welcome to my TED Talk. So baseball, 25 years later, goes, oh, we should make it about the league in the Major League Baseball. And people will buy our jerseys because they love the league. No, they don't. They love their guy. They love their team. I tuned in 1979 to see Jim Sundberg in a Texas Rangers uniform here at the Kingdom, not to see the American League. I accept your apology. Don't let it ever happen again, CJ. Damon says the talking box is on. You'd be absolutely right. So we got Twitter folks in. We got our YouTube folks in. Got our Facebook folks in. The rest you can get in thanks to United Supermarkets in Market Street. There's one grocery store chain that sends money to Tech. There's one that sends it to UT. Make your choice if you want to get on that. Jacob, fight. Any thoughts on Elon to Texas and all in on $45 million a month? It's a great thing if your politics will line up that way. I think it is fascinating to watch somebody like Elon Musk embrace the moderate libertarian utilitarian nature of coming to Texas from California. That it is a wake-up call for the folks in California that somebody like Elon Musk, who they would think, oh, this is our guy, man. He's making EV cars and he's doing all this stuff. He's one of us. When in reality, he's just a normal businessman. And he's looked at California and go, you guys are freaking nuts. We're out of here. But the elite out there, they don't think that way. They think the rich, the elite, are just supposed to stay because they can bloodsuck and leech off the other great resources and people of California. California is a great state, the Golden State. It is beautiful. It has the resources of countries that, you can't find 5 countries outside of California. I'm talking countries outside of the state of California that has what it has to offer. It has been compromised by politics, not by its own nature. So for them to see somebody like Elon Musk say, I'm out of here, and the latest thing was a parental consent law that basically, to boil it down, said, hey, the state's going to be in charge of your kids, not you. Maybe it'll wake a few people up. We'll see. Hey, it's No Sports Wednesday. I said politics. I said food. I said beverage. I said whatever you ask, I'll answer. You might not like my answer. I don't care. But I'll answer. Joseph, I saw Waylon Jennings back in 2000. You saw him 2 years before he died, more or less, out at Coyote Meadows about a year and a half before he died. Okay, I got to that part. 300 people showed up. Lubbock doesn't appreciate its own. Okay, well, Coyote Meadows, I don't even know where that is, first off. So at that time, Waylon was playing some one-offs, some smaller venues and different things. Waylon was always appreciated by Lubbock. For those who knew, he was always appreciated out here. So I think when you say he wasn't appreciated, no. And remember, the Waylon of 2000, he was, he was fighting a lot of different issues. He'd put on a lot of bad shows. People had paid money, and he put on a crap show. He'd showed up drunk. He'd showed up stoned. He had showed up at different things over the years to where you're kind of going, okay, we love you, Waylon, but I ain't shelling out $25, $50. Remember, it's 2000. And also there's the idea that, around these parts, and we'll probably see you again. So don't sit there and tell me that only 300 people showed up. Coyote, man, I don't even know where the hell that is. Yeah, Waylon was appreciated by West Texas and is appreciated. Trust me on that. Robert Delgado, longtime Lubbock Sports Radio call-in guest. I would say guest. He called in so much to a Jack and Steve show, he had to get a 1099 every year from the IRS. The uniforms were hideous. The uniforms were not uniforms. They were costumes. They were awful. So we have that. We have politics, food, music, movies, whatever. I've not seen a movie this year in theater. I have not seen a movie last year in the theater. Maybe you've seen something. Maybe there's something cool you want to talk about. That's fine if you want to get into that. Music. Talking music right there with Joseph and Waylon. And I dispute and refute his claim that people don't appreciate its own. Lubbock doesn't. I hear that all the time. Lubbock doesn't appreciate its own. Really? What do you mean by that? Oh, well, Lubbock didn't like Buddy Holly. No, Lubbock didn't not like Buddy Holly. Lubbock didn't like rock and roll any more than the rest of the country at the time was not liking rock and roll. Well, Lubbock didn't like fill in the blank. Whatever. Nah, I'm not going to buy it. Lubbock was no different than any other place. And really, it's hard to be a prophet in your land. And that's the thing that, we've seen so many. I can go down to Austin and great Austin acts that nobody in Austin cared about them. And all of a sudden they got popular. And they're like, oh, yeah, we love them. Yeah, you weren't going out. Because you hear all the stories about, Stevie Ray Vaughan playing at, I don't know, let's say Liberty Lunch in front of 75 people. Well, why wasn't it 750? Well, Austin hates Stevie Ray Vaughan, didn't appreciate their own. It's not easy being cheesy. The all-star uniforms, yes, they were horrible. 100%. Just let them wear their uniforms. That's what we want to see. It's not hard. It's not that hard to do. As I said, the show goes as long as you guys fire questions, comments, thoughts, or otherwise. It's No Sports Wednesday, the slowest day of the year in sports. So we say, all right, we won't talk sports. We'll talk other things that may or may not be on your mind. I'll give you one thing that's non-sports. I want to give a shout out to the people at Covenant here in Lubbock. My mom's went up there, broke her hip last Thursday. Got in the room after going through ER on Thursday morning at 4 a.m. Shout out to my wife, who's an ultimate warrior, being up there. The nursing staff, the support staff, the doctors at Covenant working with my mom. Raiderland helmet sticker, fantastic, unbelievable. You guys were great. I want to give a shout out to the nurse we had the last 2 days. She had to do it not like a double, but like a 2-day double. Tamaya, 6th floor, orthopedics, rock on. Made it great. They treated her with respect, and they put up with her. And this may shock some folks, coming that it's my mom, but she is strong-willed and might speak her mind. So I want to say something tonight about those folks up there, that they earn their pay every day. And as I was walking out of there today, as we were transferring to rehab, thank God for these people up here, because I can't do it. I can't do stuff like that. I can't. It's not in my human nature. Thank God that there are people out there that it's their human nature that they want to be a part of that process, that they can go into a hospital setting every day and do what they do. I can't. I get, after 4 or 5 hours, it's hard for me to be in the building. Physically, emotionally, psychologically, after 4 or 5 hours in that setting, I have a problem, like a legitimate, I got to get out of there. I don't know how they do it. She was amazing, fantastic. What do I want from Sonic? Triple meat supersonic cheeseburger, fries. There you go. That'll be good. Sure, why not? Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Craig, my home theater has cheaper popcorn, colder beer, and cleaner bathrooms. Plus, can pause the movie if I need to get up. Yeah, that's why I don't. First off, I don't like people in general, and I don't want to watch movies with most of you people. You talk, you gab. It's just annoying. And you gotta, get a bank loan these days to go do it. The last movie I saw in a theater was with my wife, who just ordered a Sonic cheeseburger for me. I think, I'm going to assume for right now that we're related, but it was the Top Gun sequel, Maverick. And that was good. That was like, okay, yeah, that was cool. But for the most part, I like watching movies at home. You guys wear me out. We're going to go as long as you guys want to go. It's No Sports Wednesday. For you just tuning in, we get you on the United Supermarkets chat line, text line, comment line, whatever you want to call it. United Supermarkets at Market Street takes care of it. Also, brought to you by The Reserve, a culinary tavern on 103rd in Quaker in Lubbock, Texas. And we are here firmly ensconced right here. Arctic air. The air is Arctic. You can see right up there. Boom. Call the bear, callthebear.com. No sports, politics, movies, music, food, anything that may or may not be on your mind. Go-to Sonic order, if you're watching right now. What's your go-to Sonic order? Has anybody had any of the groovy fries they've been advertising since we just gave them a free freaking ad? Thanks, honey. We're trying to make money on this deal. My wife's like, what do you want from Sonic? Sonic.com. All right, we'll play the game tonight. You guys got go-to Sonic orders? Groovy fries they've been advertising? I've not had them. I don't know why they're groovy. So, see, this is how this works, sports or otherwise. Movies, food, TV. Are you watching the Republican National Convention more than you would have after the assassination attempt on Donald J. Trump, former president? Are you watching that? Are you watching politics more or less? Tell me. Chris, tots are the go-to for Sonic. Absolutely, tots over fries, 100%. Never. Let me put it. Supersonic cheeseburger. Yeah. just make this your mantra as you listen to me tonight. Whenever you are given the chance and it's fries or tots, you always go tots. If they have tots, go tots every single time. Now we get into a murky area when we go fries, tots, onion rings. Now, when they throw the onion ring in there, and you've got to be careful wherever you may be, that some onion rings are better than others. And a lot of places on that, I'm still going to default to the tot. But if you've got the option, why would you get fries when you can get tots? Makes no sense to me. None whatsoever. Even the best fries pale in comparison to average tater tots. And the great tater tots dwarf fries by a ratio of about 3-to-1. It's not even close. Really, it's not. Craig, Supersonic Bacon Cheeseburger, mayo, no mustard, chili cheese tots. There you go. Route 44 Cherry Coke Zero. God bless you. There's somebody who likes the Coke Zero. You know, but I mean, at that point, dude, Craig, come on now. Why are we getting the Coke Zero? You're fooling yourself. Just get the Coke. But you may be like me and the Coke, regular Coke is too sweet, but you're getting the cherry in it anyways. You know, you're getting the cherry in it anyways. So, but your taste buds could be so compromised as mine have been over the years by Diet Coke, cheap beer, and even cheaper whiskey and rye. The Twitter people have really let us down tonight, by the way. Really and in my mind, I'm so out of days of the week right now. If you told me today was Friday, I would be like, yep, it's Friday. I'm so out of that. But I wanted to jump on tonight and do something just to try to keep a placeholder in my brain, you know? Yes, indeed, the president has COVID, Michael. If he just has 8 or 9 more shots, I'm sure this won't be a problem. But it was announced earlier today before he was speaking that he canceled an appearance after making 2 appearances today. Going back to the White House. No, not going back to the White House. Going back to Delaware, that he does have COVID. Shocking. Who could have seen this coming? They have figured out a way to shuffle him off the stage. Reports are tonight that Schumer in the Senate is asking for him to step down. Schiff on the House side out of California earlier today. The forest of Dunsany is rising against him. And the only thing he said the other day would be, you know, if God Almighty came down or if doctors told him to. Well, doctors just told him to. And if you've seen the footage of President Biden getting on Air Force One tonight, God help us all. Help that man. Somebody help that man. So here we are. And what are they going to do? We'll see. They don't have many options. At this point today, as we sit here on 17 July 2024, it's a matter of who in the Democratic Party wants to lose to Donald Trump. Now, if I were a Democrat strategist, I would do one of 2 things. I would keep Biden in, but they know they can't, that it's elder abuse at this point. So then it's who do you want to stick with the loss and kill their political career? It'll probably be Harris at this point. They stick her with the loss. Because if you're Gavin Newsom, do you really want to get smoked? Let me rephrase that. Do you really want to get beat that bad? If you are halfway a viable Democrat candidate in 2028, and really we're talking 2026 because it's going to start in 2 years because the president is a lame duck president. And if somehow Biden wins, same thing. So the cycle is really about 18 months out. Unbelievable. Now, it wasn't the excuse for a bad debate. He didn't have COVID then. He just had a bad night. Do I like Gip Rana? I have no idea who he is, Robert. If he's got good lobster ravioli, knock it out. I have no idea who he is. You know, I assume it's good. Craig, I like onion rings, but not the kind that tastes like funnel cake. But okay, good call there. Love the onion rings from Mesquite's. Golly. Hadn't thought about that in years. Now they're not going to trot out Hillary. Hillary's done losing to Trump. She ain't going to do it again. Shout out to Mesquite's for great onion rings. Mesquite's great onion rings. The Brittany, all locations, great onion rings. Man, I hadn't thought about Mesquite's onion rings in years. Giovanni Rana. That's not the frozen, stuff you get at the store, right? Rana pasta. Either way. As long as you guys keep talking, we'll keep answering. Sports, politics, no. Politics, yes. Sports, no. No sports on a Wednesday. Movies, music, food, politics. Your favorite band this year, 1985. I don't know. Just glad you guys are hanging out. I believe tomorrow we're kind of back to normal. Usually on Thursday, it's an either or Thursday on the website, theraiderland.com. Who the heck knows what's going to happen? Both Schumer and Shifty Schiff should resign themselves. Yeah, they should, but they have no self-awareness, and they're rewarded by their party and their donors. Why would they? If I'm Schumer and I'm getting all the money and I'm getting all that, they're not going to quit. And if I'm Schiff in California, I'm not going to quit. So while they probably should, they're not. But it fascinates me that those two are doing the bidding of Barack Obama. I mean, anyways. Yeah. Wow. He must have been on TV. I don't know. David Collier, I finished Pappy Land over the weekend. Give it a read. Pappy. Dude, I can't read. What is that? Pappy Land? Give me something, anything more than that. Is that like a book with nothing but pictures and you connect dots or something? Don't know what that is. I'm not even sure that's David Collier from KMAC 28. I mean, like the final 5 minutes and all of a sudden he shows up. Seems fishy to me. Cole Banker does all the work over there anyways. And he drives Ron Roberts around on the weekends when he needs to go somewhere. Robert said yes, and I don't know what it's to. So I say we all agree with Robert tonight. Whatever it was he said yes to, that I said, or something else, we all agree with Robert 100%. I will say this. I'm going to give this up to Covenant too. Boy, they really care about how much people care about the food. Good Lord. I had more people come by asking about my mom's food. Did you get the food? How was the food? Was the food good? Come back a little bit later. Did somebody come by and ask you about the food? How was the question about the food? Did you like the question about the food? Okay, good. Then somebody would pop up on a video screen up on the TV wall. Can I come into the room? What the hell? Okay. Has anybody asked about the food? Was the food good? Did you get the food? Did you get the questions about the food? We'll send somebody to ask you about the food. I mean, we had more folks than doctors come by regarding food. And it wasn't necessarily bad, horrible. It's hospital food, right? Don't concentrate on it too much. But I understand corporations who run hospitals, because what do people bitch about? The food. So you're going to have like 10 times the amount of people, coming by doing that, as opposed to, the same amount of people coming by. How was the blood draw? How'd she do with the IV? Did she stick you 20 times? Did you enjoy the blood pressure process? When you went to the bathroom earlier, they helped you to the bathroom. How did that go? Send half as many people to ask those questions to your patients as you're asking about food. I ain't got nothing against Covenant right now. I'm using you as an example. Love you, Covenant. We had a great experience. But I mean, it was impressive. The number of people who were vitally invested in my mom's breakfast experience versus the nurses were great. We wrote numerous cards about the nurses. They were great. The support people were great. Versus the amount of people that came in to ask my mom, how did it go when they got you up to go to the bathroom with a broken hip? So if you run a hospital, dial down the food talk just a wee bit. It's never going to be good. It's going to be okay at best. It's going to be, it showed up on time. It was hot. They took it away when we were done. And that's going to be it. They brought what we wanted. I ordered this. I got this. My mom wanted toast one morning. We never got freaking toast. Got the jelly. Again, we love you, Covenant. I'm talking in general. But flip away from that, corporate hospitals, and give the same attention to the things that really matter. The things that the patient and the patient's family really care about. How was she treated? Did the medication show up on time and right? Again, she can't walk. How did it go going to the bathroom? All of those things. Focus on that more than the damn food. Nobody's ever going to like the food. No one will ever like your food. If they do, they're sicker than they need to be in a hospital. They need to be in a different kind of hospital. So do that as we wrap up on a No Sports Wednesday. Pepe Van Winkle bourbon. Sounds like something David, never mind. Greg Miller, maybe? Greg Miller? Anyone? Greg Miller? Pepe Van Winkle bourbon? We will be back with you tomorrow on the website, theraiderland.com. If you want to share this, you can. That would be great. The replay people, we'd love you. If you want to put this on your Facebook page, fantastic. If you don't, never watch the show again. I'm just kidding. You can do it. JD Vance, you're 1 minute too late. Hillbilly Elegy. It's somewhere between a Steve Earle and a Sturgill Simpson song. Read the book. Movie sucks.